Cancer hasn't stopped, and neither have we.
What's up, Coach Brown? You need me to help you recruit for the national championship team for Coaches versus Cancer? I'm on it!
Hi, I'm Carly O'Hara, the founder of Real Kids Wear Pink with the American Cancer Society. Since I work so much with the American Cancer Society, the Coach versus Cancer National Championship Team Challenge to try to recruit people in the fight against cancer really stood out for me. And where I come in is we want to recruit some of the best, and we want to continue to fight cancer during these times. So we wanted to ask you some questions about recruiting or what you do, or just a bunch of other questions that could help us.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, sweet. So to start, can you tell me why you and your wife are so committed to Coaches versus Cancer?
Yeah, I think first of all, just because Danielle's mom had breast cancer, and that's probably the biggest thing. And then also my father had a form of cancer, amyloid, and died from that. So one of my parents, one of her parents, and obviously it affects all of us at some point in our lives. And so for us, we have a great passion to try to fight cancer.
Awesome. What is your best advice for getting people to join your team?
I think the biggest thing is just like, how do you find like-minded people that want to fight a common cause? Or if it's a basketball team, it's how do you find like-minded people that have the same goals and put winning? If it's the fight against cancer, it's people that have a passion for the cause. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just identifying who has a passion about a certain subject.
I saw you tweeted the other day saying putting together a roster is similar to putting together a band. You need people with different skill sets and different strengths. Do you think this also applies to putting together a team in the fight against cancer?
I don't think there's any question, because I think all of us have been affected by it differently. And so everybody's got a different voice, a different passion for the fight against cancer. So certainly I think just like a band, there's, somebody's the lead singer, somebody's the backup singer, somebody's playing an instrument. I certainly think that with any team or any organization, that you certainly need different people to fill different roles.
I agree. What are some of your recruiting, I guess you could say, like tactics or tips that you use that maybe we could use in recruiting our team?
Again, I think number one is finding people that want to have a common goal or have a reason to be recruited, or have a reason to compete or fight against cancer, whatever it may be. That's really the biggest thing is that. And then, what drives a person becomes really important. Obviously, you brought up Danielle and myself. I mean, we have a drive to fight the cancer fight because of a parent, one passing away, and the other parent who has fought it. And so I think just trying to get as many people that you can come in contact with that have a passion for what you're trying to recruit them for.
So my uncle CJ told me, and we also watched some of your videos in an empty room, I have two questions related to the videos. Do you think you could do one for to join our Coaches versus Cancer team?
I'll have to get my production crew and see if we can do it. If we can come up with something creative, we would love to do that.
Sweet. And how did those start? How did that start?
We have a brainstorming session with the group of guys in our office every morning, just try to come up with different creative ideas every day. And I've coached in an empty arena. I had a practice in an empty gym. I actually sat in an empty arena and acted as if I was a fan watching a game. But it's just kind of a way for us to connect with our recruits. It's a way for us to connect with our boosters and alumni and our fan base. I'm going to try to get creative and think if there's some way that I can help you with that new proposal.
Sweet. So to lighten up the mood a little bit, what have you been doing while stuck in quarantine?
I work out every morning in the garage, jumping jacks, jump rope. We only have small weights, so I'm not going to get very strong with the weights we have in our garage because they're not very heavy. And then, my family and I go for long walks all the time. We go for bike rides. And then obviously our daughter Mariah is getting homeschooled.
Sweet. What type of, have you tried anything new while stuck in quarantine?
Yeah, just little games with my daughter that maybe I haven't done before, or crossword puzzles and things like that. It's kind of, I talk about, it's old school living. It's the way that I grew up, where everybody's kind of out in the neighborhood walking or riding bikes, walking their dogs. There's not much on TV, so you kind of have to entertain yourself with books and things like that. Cell phone does not become as important because there's not as much stuff going on. And therefore I think you have a way more personal connection to your friends and family right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think when this is all over, we will all not take social interaction for granted anymore.
I think you're 100% right. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so proud to be part of this Coaches versus Cancer team.
Will you join the championship team by making a donation on our link?